Hello friends, this is Roxanne, and today, I'm going to recap the 2023 action-adventure sci-fi anime called Trigun Stampede Episode 1. Spoilers ahead, watch out, and take care. The episode starts with big ships named Seeds approaching the planet Mars. On one of the Seeds ships, a boy named Vash enters the ship and greets a robot in the room. We see some people staying asleep in the pods. He also greets them by saying their name Jeff, Arthur and Kate. Suddenly, an explosion occurs as Vash falls to the ground and an emergency is announced. The ship is under attack by some intruders. Vash runs to find Knives and Rem, and upon finding them, Vash asks why the ship is falling, to which Rem assures him all will be fine. She takes Vash and Knives to an escape pod and gets them on it. Knives asks her to come as well, but Rem refuses and states she loves them both. She activates the pod, letting them escape as the ship begins to explode. Knives uses his flight abilities to save their aircraft while dodging every ship that comes in their way. Years later, on No Man's Land, Meryl Streep and Roberto De Niro drive through the wasteland while listening to November Channel news. As Meryl is new, Roberto calls her a rookie, and to drive more careful as she spilled his drink. Meryl reminds him that he shouldn't drink at work and that her name isn't Rookie. She shows him her CV and explains that she wants to be a senior editor at the Department of News one day. Roberto tells her that this is No Man's Land, a brutal and harsh barren land where only the fittest survive, but that only annoys Meryl, who tells him to stop patronizing her. Moments later, their car shuts down and Meryl realizes she forgot to charge the car. The two are forced to proceed on foot. Meryl wonders if the humanoid typhoon really exists. Roberto states that people say you are done if you meet him and he is like a walking disaster. Meryl finds his existence ridiculous, but is ready to spend years to get some exclusive news. Roberto then stops seeing a tree with three men hanged upside down, which is typical for Bad Lads gang. Meryl checks one of the men who is still alive, but his arm falls. That surprises her and the man starts laughing. She finds him scary and Roberto decides to leave. But Meryl still helps him and frees him from the ropes. Roberto sees that the man has a gun and wonders if he is a gunman. The man confirms, but states he isn't very good at it. Suddenly, a bunch guys wanders on the desert while riding some ostrich. Roberto mentions that they are the July military police, which protects the desert area. Hearing this, Meryl goes to talk with them. They show her a wanted poster of Vash the Stampede, which she recognizes as the man she just helped. Roberto asks what he did and the policeman explains that he is also known as the humanoid typhoon and has been killing and robbing people, and goes around destroying plants. The police ask if they saw him. Thinking for a moment, Meryl confirms she saw him and points at a direction, stating he went that way. As the police leaves, Vash thanks them, but Meryl ties him up with a rope, stating she will give him to them once she gets an exclusive interview with him. If he is innocent, they will help him clear his name as reporters. Vash notes that they are very kind and he's happy to meet them. He also suggests that they should go to the nearby bar and have some dinner while doing the interview. Hearing about the dinner, Meryl agrees and go right away. They reach Genora Rock and Meryl rushes into a bar. At the bar, people begin to laugh as soon as they see her while stating that this bar is not for kids. Meryl ignores their words and asks for some water, but the owner of the bar also refuses. As Vash and Roberto enter after her, the people get excited and happy to see Vash. Meryl wonders why and Rosa explains it's because Vash is the savior of Genora Rock. Seeing Vash tied up in a rope, Rosa wonder what they intend to do with Vash, but Vash frees himself and states that Meryl and Roberto are his friends. They order drinks and Meryl order water. But when Rosa gives her a glass of water, she is surprised to see how dirty is the water. Roberto points her to check everyone's glasses and Rosa explains that they have to buy water from out of town, because their water plant is broken, and they don't have clean water now. Rosa asks Vash if he can look at the plant again. As Vash agrees, Rosa takes them to the plant. She explains it malfunctioned a few years ago and Vash fixed it for free. While asking about the what plant is, Meryl states it's one of the last technology from the era of the universe. An ecologically powered reactor that creates all matter from scratch for humans on these planets covered with deserts. She asks why they are giving high security to the plant, to which Roberto states that they can't build a new plant because it costs so much money. Looking at the plant, Vash sees it's red and explains it's dying and they will need a lot of money to buy a new one. But if they don't do anything, things will only get worse. The July military police then shows up. One of its member named Chuck Lee states he has finally found Vash. Chuck also tells that Vash has a big bounty on his head, and if they turn him in, they will have enough money for a new plant. Chuck then arrests Vash, while his men beat and tie up Vash. Roberto reminds them that he is a reporter and will write news about how cowardly the police are, threatening the unarmed opponent with guns, and suggesting they should resolve this problem by having a duel. Annoyed, Chuck agrees and a duel between him and Vash is announced. Hearing this, people start betting on the winner goes with Vash and the remaining ones with Chuck. Seeing his look, Meryl thinks Vash doesn't has a chance against Chuck, to which Roberto explains that being faster does not mean you will win the duel. You only lose if you go too slow or too fast. He also states that Vash isn't as weak as she thinks. Vash and Chuck face each other in a duel and Chuck tells Vash to draw his gun, but Vash refuses, stating it's silly. Chuck agrees and throws his gun at Vash, stating the duel should be sensational, and takes out a rocket launcher and shoots up into the sky. His men note that the cluster munition he used will destroy the whole area and run away to save their lives. Meryl tries to help but Roberto throws her into the container, stating that they are reporters, not some military police or bodyguard. Vash tells everyone to get inside as he decides to shoot the falling munitions. However, he realizes he is out of ammo. Vash then starts yelling and asking people if they have .22 caliber bullets. Rosa has one bullet and gives it to Meryl to give to Vash. Meryl throws it towards Vash, but Chuck hits it with his gun. Vash chases the bullet and manages to catch it before it fell down the cliff. Vash prepares to shoot, but Chuck gets in his way. However, Vash manages to dodge his gun from point-blank range and then knocks out Chuck. Vash then takes a rock and throws it up, shooting it with the gun. As the rock gets shattered, it hits all of the munitions, causing them to explode while still in the air. Meryl is impressed that Vash managed to do it with one bullet, but Vash states it was just luck. Roberto asks Vash of what he is afraid, as he definitely didn't fear July military police. Vash then reveals he has a brother. Vash recalls that as they landed on the planet, Knives revealed he sabotaged the siege ships. He left the plant ship unharmed, but managed to kill Rem and made Vash his accomplice. We then see Nives playing a piano in an empty area, saying that this time, he will kill them all. And this brings the anime to an end. Comment for part 2. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on another video. Until next time, take care.